Hi, my name is Samantha and welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be talking about the Ida Lee Christmas show. Let's get into it. Spoiler alert, this show was definitely my best show of the whole year and it was so great. There were a couple things like in my booth spot that weren't ideal, but that's okay. It all worked out in the end. So the Ida Lee craft show setup was Friday night and then the show was on Saturday and Sunday. Saturday was from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Sunday was from 10 to 4. I don't usually like a 9 a.m. show. It's too early for me because that means you need to be there at like 8:30. So depending on what you need to do in the morning, take a shower, work out, eat, drive, all of these things, like you have to get up even earlier. And you guys know I'm not a morning person, so I'm not too into a 9 a.m. show. And then Sunday was 10 to 4. But the 9 o'clock statement. 9 o'clock, the doors were packed. So many people came through. It was fantastic. So it was worth being there at 9 a.m. I also paid for a corner booth. So I had a 10 by 10 booth space and I paid for a corner. It was $155 to be there. Let's talk numbers. So on Saturday, I had $1,366 in sales. I had $1,000 in sales by noon, and it was unbelievable, fantastic, the best sales day I've ever had, and I was so grateful. Such great feedback. So for the total for Saturday, 1,366, 62 sales, $23.03 per average transaction. Reusable towels sold 51, which was $816. Jar openers 66, which is $396. Soap towel pouches 13, which is $78, and then 4 packs of coasters. So that would be 16 coasters because there's 4 packs of 4. And then Sunday, $764, 33 sales, $24.48 as the average sale. Reusable towels 22, being $352, 44 jar openers, $264, 9 soap towel pouches, $54, and then another 4 packs of coasters. So in total, drum roll please, the grand total for Ida Lee was $2,130, 95 sales, 73 reusable towels, 110 jar openers, 22 soap towel pouches, and 8 coasters. It was, like I said, a great weekend and I was so grateful. Like I said, the costs were low to be there. It's nearby, less than an hour drive for me, which I appreciate. A lot of places that I go to shows are an hour away. So I'm very grateful for, having to go there 3 days. It's nice to not have to drive so far. The exciting video coming up next week. So the 1,366. So I spent that by calculating exactly how much I had used for the whole year. At this time, I wasn't able to calculate in Dulles' sales, but I guesstimated how much I would have. And I looked up, how much flannel I need, how much quilting cotton, how many packs of shelf liner do I need, needles, thread, all sorts of stuff, bags, ink, everything. So everything that I will need for material or to run my business for next year, minus gas, food, vendor costs, I believe that I spent my Saturday sales and was able to purchase everything that I need for next year. So next year I can be even more on top of things. The orders have been coming in, so that's really exciting because I placed like a huge Joann's order and it's been slowly coming in. So I'll have a big haul for you guys, and my goal is to not have to go shopping next year. Like I said, only spend money on vendor fees and try and keep those low as well, and gas and food. So we'll see. Can I do it? Can I not do it? Something that I really liked last year about having a ton of fabric at the beginning of the year is that I had it, like when I had a chance to work on it, I could work on it. I didn't have to I have an opportunity. Now I need to go to the store, pick out some new fabric. Maybe they have it, maybe they don't. Get it home, serge it, wash it, iron it. Having it already in my possession to be able to start working on it makes me very excited. So I'm hoping to have product made by March. I'll go into more detail when I show you guys the haul and like my game plan. I believe I have a good game plan and I can separate things nicely, but we'll see. Pros and cons. So pros, there was a big crowd. There was free parking and free entry. Another pro was the shorter hours. Yes, the event started at 9, but it was over at 4. Events that go till 5, it's just too long. There's really nobody there in that last hour. The vendors were really nice. Everyone that I purchased something from gave me a discount, so that was sweet. Cons. So take this with a grain of salt. I don't know if this is true or not. I didn't witness it. My boyfriend was helping me in my booth, and we think that someone might have stole a key fob. We're not sure. We don't know. Things happen. People steal things at any sort of establishment. It happens. At the end of the day, most people put things over their booths to stop stray hands. We believe it happened during the day while there were customers there. Now, my stuff isn't made with diamonds and rubies, so it's not the end of the world. I'm not going to beat myself up over it, but a little frustrating. And on that same train of thought, I don't know, because like at 4, it was like pretty much like everyone go, like the show's over. But now there were still things happening in the Idly building. There were still swim meets. There were still people in the gym. So whether those doors were shut and locked, I don't know. Were there random people walking around? I don't know. So I don't do my inventory every single day and know exactly every single product that's there. So it's not the end of the world to me if one thing gets stolen. Obviously, I would hope that it wouldn't, but it happens. Another con was the door in front of my booth. So in the spring, you guys remember I talked about being in the main gym. I had an issue on the wall that I wasn't able to put my tent up all the way because the fire alarm thing was there. So now I know, don't set up against the wall. In the aerobics room where I was, there was painter's tape on the ground to mark where your spot was. So I paid for a corner and I was put in a corner. So I used my whole corner. I went all the way up to the edge and used my corner. That being said, there was a door. So the aerobics room to the basketball gym, one door opened this way, one door opened this way. So the door that opened inwards, like, would not bend all the way back. Like, so if this is the door, I don't know how to explain it. Like, the door you would think would go all the way up against the wall. It wouldn't. It would only like open at an angle. So there was multiple times when like someone was shopping at my booth and then either someone in a wheelchair or with a stroller needed to get by, and 2 people could not fit by that way. I mean, even 2 people of able body being able to scooch past each other wasn't really possible. So it was very frustrating. And when I asked about it, I was told that previous vendors had like gone inwards, which, how would I have known that? You know, I paid for a corner. I was going to use my corner. And when I was setting up, I didn't even notice the door or think that there was any issue of the door. So lessons learned. Now I know that for next time. The other, my last con, and again, it is what it is competition. So it, like, when you're applying for shows, most shows, you have to submit what you are, and they only select X amount of candle people, X amount of jewelry people, X amount of sewing people. For the most part, these sewing people that I compete against or am at the same events as, we generally don't have the same product. This weekend, there was a lot of overlap. So that's hard when I don't have that many products. So it's really me that has to stand out, or the fabrics that I've selected. And I'm not changing my pricing in the moment. If anybody else uses Square, you know that it's like, it's not the simplest thing to change your pricing, so I can't just whip up a new price sign. Plus, my price signs are printed, so they look very nice. I don't want to like Sharpie over them and make them look unprofessional. So that being said, I've competed against people, and as long as we're not right next to each other, it's really not that big of a deal. You know, like, I'm in my space, you're in your space. So the way that the gym, that like I was in the aerobics room, and then, like I said, those 2 doors opened up literally right outside of the door. So I'm closest to the door. The table closest to the door is a lady that's selling 3 of the same products that I was. And all of her prices were lower than mine. So I was very nervous at the beginning of the show. I was like, oh my goodness, like what am I gonna do? Like, do I take these products off my table? Do I add more space for other stuff? Like, what do I do here? And I just kept my booth how it was. I did my best. I talked to people. I let my products, let my booth, let myself be the seller, and it worked in my favor. It all worked out well. Like I said, it was a great weekend, but like, you don't want to have no competition. You definitely want to have competition, but it's hard when you're directly right on top of each other, you know? Like, you don't go to a parking lot and have a Burger King and McDonald's in the same parking lot, right? Like, so, I don't know. The previous show, I talked about that there was some confusion about the pricing. So I did have confusion about the packs of towels. So a pack of towels has 8 towels in it. And I miscommunicated, or my signs miscommunicated, that it was pick out 8 packs, and then that was $16. So let me know in the comments down below how I can rephrase or make it more clear that there is a set of 8 and it's available for $16. I think that's pretty clear, but I don't know how to make it more clear. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. There was a food cart going around, so I don't understand their association with Ida Lee or with the show or whatnot. I'm not sure, but it seemed like teenage girls pushing around a shopping cart, and they had sandwiches and drinks and stuff. So that was cool that, like, if you weren't able to get outside food brought to you or brought in with you, that you did have the option to have something to eat for lunch, and they were like walking around with the shopping cart. So that was cool. But let me show you some of the stuff I purchased. So the first thing I have here is some jewelry, Creations by Diane. Here is her information. I got 2 pairs of earrings. My favorite earrings are the ones that have a closed loop, as you'll see. So these are like, oh, come on. These are everyday earrings, so they are just black. Like this closed loop, I really like that because you can latch them onto each other. Plus, when it's in your ear, it won't fall out. I've lost a lot of earrings in my life, or a lot of backings of earrings, so I really love these kinds of earrings. And then these guys are snowmen, and that's so cute. So I'm super excited about these earrings, and she was really nice, and they're all sterling silver. The next thing I have here is some different bath products from Simply Sarah. So I've got some shower steamers here. I don't remember the flavor. Oh, eucalyptus, and then I got citrus. So these you like put in the shower before you get in the shower, and it like steams up like shower steamer, and it smells really good. And then I got some bath bombs. These are dinosaur shaped eggs, and when you put them in the bath, 1, it changes the bath to the color of the bath bomb, and 2, there's a little dinosaur inside. It's so cute. This is her information. And then what else do I got here? Oh, I don't have it with me, but I got some wooden toys, and then what I thought was really cool was this chest bag. I'll have to insert a picture here. So cool. It caught my eye when I was going to the bathroom, and then once I actually touched it and saw more of what it was, I was very impressed. So she literally pieced together sewn fabric, a checkerboard, so each piece of the block of the checkerboard, and then sewed it into like a foldable portable checkerboard or chessboard. Then once I looked at it more, it was a bag that held the checkers of the chess pieces. So creative. It was amazing. So I got one of those, and then so it was like her and her husband working together, and they call themselves Portable Pastimes, and he does wood. So he had different like wood games and other wood accessories. So here's their information. So cool. Very talented. And then my friends with their candles, Ma'am Jams. Ma'am Jams. They are wonderful. Tracy and David, amazing smelling candles. And then I also, oh, I don't know where that bag is either. I got a pumpkin tote from Amber. She had different sewn items. She had like bunting and what else did she have? Like aprons, I think. And then this was fun. This is from my friend Amy. She had this cube here that you, I didn't grab her card, but I'll put her information. I'll put everyone's information in the description box. But when you can't decide what you're gonna have for dinner, you roll the dice and you figure out what you're having for dinner. I thought that was so cute. I really love that. Oh, here's the tote from Amber. Look how cute that is. And I love her little tag. We were talking all about tags. And then she has these cords on here. I can't remember exactly how you do it. Like, is it thirds maybe or quarters? But you like put it and then you roll it up. And then you can tie these ties around so that, oh, here we go. So see, it's like your tote bag. I thought that was so brilliant. And then across from me was some woodworking and this beautiful cutting board. Oh my God. Look how beautiful this is. My boyfriend got this for me. Oh, so beautiful. Look, okay, so this is their logo. Papa Bear Studios. So cool. I love that it's like engraved. But isn't that just beautiful? So something that I messed up on this weekend is I did not print enough business cards. So I print off my own business cards and my own like little note card. Here, let me show you. So I have this note card design. I have this template in Avery. I've talked about that before. I have a whole video about how to use Avery templates, but I just update this bottom part with what shows I plan to be at. And this is what I wanted to give out at Idly because it had the code to get into Dulles for free, but I was having computer issues and I didn't end up being able to print it off. I highly recommend printing off your own business cards and thank you cards. It makes it so much cheaper. You can update it because I can't tell you how many times I've updated my business card and who cares because I just print off some new ones. Like I give them out until they're gone and then I print off some new ones because most of the time your business card gets thrown away. So I do not spend that much money or time or effort on it. But people really like this. People really like knowing what shows you're going to be at next. So highly recommend. Another pro that I should have added to the list is that there was Wi-Fi available and there was no password. There are a lot of places that make you pay for Wi-Fi, so I don't enjoy that. And then something else to keep in mind, I've talked about in the gym how the fire things are along the wall. So if you have a tent or you have something that you are putting up against the wall, to be aware of that. Something else to keep in mind is that in the gym, the windows are at the very top. So it's like concrete wall, windows at the very top. As the sun is setting, and because we're in wintertime, the sun sets earlier, I would say from like 2 to 4 o'clock, I'm not really 100% positive, but probably after 2 o'clock, the sun was in like right in the window. So certain booths, like it worked in their favor and it was very nice and like cool lighting. Some places it was very like hurting your eyeballs to be in there and hard to look at things. So something to keep in mind if you're looking to be a vendor. The gym I don't think is the most ideal place, but it totally depends on where you are placed within the gym. If you attended the event or if you have any suggestions or comments, please leave them in the comments down below. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and have a lovely day.